Good morning, everybody. I appreciate you all chiming in. We are about to get started with our virtual open house. We appreciate this day to be able to strategize and to bring even solutions to the table of what we can offer our youth and young adults for this fall upcoming school year. So we appreciate you all. Some of you all are probably on lunch right now, so we won't hold you long. But thank you. Come on in, and let's talk about what we have to offer this upcoming school year. I am going to pass the platform over to Ladarius Bill and Jawad Wade. They will be talking further regarding the specific program that we have coming up. But again, thank you guys for tuning in.
Well, good afternoon. I am Ladarius Bill, and I'm sitting here with my co-host, Jawad Ward. We just want to thank you for tuning in to the StayLIT, that's Living in Truth, where our mission is to foster community relations throughout the Auburn, Gresham, and Inglewood communities. And our focus is on delinquency and violence prevention, where we strive each day to collaborate with community partners to offer supportive services for youth and emerging leaders, empowering young men and women to lead healthy, productive lives. We invite you to join the StayLIT movement. You can do that at contacting us at 773-966-5651, or you can email at staylitcys@gmail.com. We're also located 459 West 79th Street here in Chicago, Illinois. That's right on the corner of 79th and Normal. We'd like to welcome you once again, and I'm going to allow our co-host to introduce himself formally.
Hello, my name is Jawad Ward. I am a youth worker for this summer, and I am very excited to participate in the making of this program.
Yes, we are very excited. That's what we're here to talk to you about today, our programming.
Okay.
The program is a 6-week virtual leadership program for young men and young ladies. It's a course that starts September 15th and ends on October 23rd. And it'll run Tuesdays and Thursdays from 4 p.m. until 6 p.m. for between that 6-week period. The format of the program is going to be Zoom, and everything will be virtual amid the worldwide pandemic that we'll continue to be faced with. But as Jawad said, we are very excited. And Jawad, why don't you tell us your involvement in the program?
I am a youth worker for the StayLIT organization, and we are in the process of creating an after-school program for this fall for high school students. And this program provides morals of leadership, self-care, and more qualities.
So specifically, what areas of involvement have you been in the development of this program? I mean, you said you were excited, and we're looking forward to it, and this is going to be a tremendous program. But just what are some of the areas that you tackled with building this program for young men and young ladies?
I had to do lots of research and lots of self-thinking upon the creation of my part of the program, which is the PowerPoint, which is basically just trying to get in the minds of our audience and get in the minds of how they understand things, and doing a lot of research of how we can make our program better and make it more relevant.
Okay, so what are you most looking forward to?
I'm most likely looking forward to the 6 weeks and building bonds with the teens and helping them learn more information about leadership and their community involvement in their neighborhoods.
So you said you did quite a bit of research. What kind of research did you?
I've been researching other organizations, other programs, and taking qualities away from them and trying to add them into our program.
Okay, so it sounds like you've done some research, done some homework around seeing what other organizations are up to, seeing what they're providing to see how we might better perfect our own content.
Yeah.
That sounds good. Well, as you said, this is going to be a 6-week program overall. and we have some fascinating themes laid out. So why don't we talk about that for a minute? For the first week, we're going to consider the 7 C's of leadership. And those 7 C's are character, commitment, connection, compassion, communication, coaching, and consistency. When you think about these 7 C's of leadership, what are some of the things that come to mind about character, commitment, connection? Why are these things important for young women and young men to grasp while they're still in their high school years?
Character is basically building and trying to find who you are and who you are on the inside. Basically, who you are as a person and finding yourself. And commitment is what you stand for, things that you will try your best to stay with, and basically whatever you believe in. And connection is creating bonds and creating new relationships and new connections to people or new things. And compassion is things that you love and care about, things that you have a deep passion for. And communication is speaking up for things that you believe in, speaking up for if you have something to say, you should most definitely communicate that and express that. And coaching is training your mind and having a better mental health. And consistency is continuing to be the best person you could be.
Yeah. So you spoke about communicating things that are on your mind, to speak up. We are right now amid 2 pandemics, and we could even classify them both as worldwide pandemics, because we had the public health pandemic of corona, but then we also are on the heels of a worldwide pandemic of racial justice, responding to the racial injustice in the United States.
Right.
We literally watched how millennials and Generation Z set the world on fire for justice.
Right.
Would you consider that them speaking up, exhibiting their character, things that are on the inside coming out?
Yes, I will. Different people have their ways of expressing how they feel, and we're just trying to express it in the most effective way.
Most effective way. Now that's the part I like, because there's been a lot of pushback with some of the rallies and some of the protesting, but the most effective way, and that's why we want to try to help shape character. Because character has to sometimes harness the passion and the things you want to say so that you can say them, as I like that word you use, so that you can say them most effectively. That's what I'm hearing from you, right?
Yes.
Right. So that's week 1. Week 1, we're going to deal with the 7 C's of leadership. And again, that's character, commitment, connection, compassion, communicating, coaching, and consistency. I think that's a very large way to start the first week. Though, what do you think?
I think that's
you agree?
Yes.
You agree?
Yes.
Yeah. So then let's move to the second week. The second week, we're going to deal with your walk, your worth, which is dealing with fatherhood and possibly the Black queens of Egypt. Why is it important for us to, well, let me say this first. Fatherhood is connecting to that whole idea of providing mentorship and shepherding the young men, and the need for accountability and developing character and speaking and being consistent with things. The Black queens of Egypt were rulers of the known world, the largest country and the most powerful country in the known world, and that was on the continent of Africa, the country of Egypt. Those women changed the world. I mean, they were game changers. And so we want to institute that, that legacy in order to push the Black girl magic narrative, because I think it's important for both of us to reach back and look at fathers and Black queens, the ancestors that we can draw inspiration from. What are your thoughts around that?
I think I'm excited for week 2 because fatherhood is something that should be implemented upon them, and with the Black queens of Egypt, I feel like for the feminine side, that can empower them more, make them think about, we were queens and we were able to change the world. We can do that again.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
World changers. Changers. Once again, I mean, this is going to be a 6-week course that starts September 15th, and it goes until October 23rd. and we'll be going from Tuesday, and we'll be going on Tuesdays and Thursdays. From 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. And this is for young ladies and young men. Why don't we pause for a minute to see if anyone has questions? Someone's talking.
Good morning and happy Monday, everyone. I'm CJ Pruitt with the UIC Healthy Start Program, and I do work with men and women that are parenting children from birth to 18 months. And I wanted to know, is there going to be like a flyer with a breakdown of the 6 weeks?
Yes, absolutely. As a matter of fact, if Dr. Carroll can go ahead and share that beautifully crafted flyer. Yes, definitely. Great question. Thank you. And so while she's sharing that, we've covered week 1 and we've covered week 2. Now the third week is titled "Doing My Part," and that is connected with the involvement of people taking care of their neighborhoods and communities, economically and even practically. Doing my part surrounds social justice and restorative justice. What are some thoughts about our need to be involved in the affairs and activities of our community as we're waiting for the flyer to come?
We need young people. We need them to understand that our communities and neighborhoods are important to us, and they are important to other people that we may not even know. But the way we live and where we live is very important to stress, and it is a very great thing to learn about.
Yeah, so social justice has to deal with our response to the injustices in society. The need that we have to hold each other accountable, but we also, so to speak, just don't let each other off the hook. And that's why restorative justice is so powerful. But we also don't need to just right away try to criminalize one another either. Right. So we need to seek some measures that can restore one another to society while making them know that they, when you hit an area where you breach the confidence of society, right, you have to have some repayment to society. Right. What we want to push is accountability, that we all make mistakes, that we all fall, that we all have some areas of growth, and we need to continue to expand ourselves. And while we're doing that, we'll have a safety net in place to help us stay on task. Right. Is that important to institute into our young ladies and into our young men?
That is very important. Very important.
Very important. Right. So week 1, 7 seeds of leadership. Week 2, dealing with legacy and destiny. Week 3, dealing with our contribution to society. Then week 4, we go into taking care of myself, because we can be so concerned with things that are going on around us. But I heard somebody say it is difficult. Somebody said you cannot pour from an empty cup. Right. It is extremely difficult to pour out of something that you don't have, right? Right. So we need to be concerned about taking care of ourselves mentally, emotionally, and behaviorally. And that's when we're going to consider taking care of me. And we have a dynamite guest speaker on that day. None other than Mr. Joseph. He's a community activist. He is a social justice man of distinction, and he's going to be with us. Now, why don't you share some of your thoughts, and then we'll take more questions. But why don't you share some of your thoughts regarding the need to be mentally, emotionally, and behaviorally disciplined and intact?
I am really happy and glad that we have this week 4, because these are problems that teens face on a daily basis, mentally, emotionally, and behaviorally. And we feel like that is something that we need to exercise and expose to them, that is very important in our lives, because the mind is a terrible thing to waste. Terrible. And we can't always do things based off of our emotions. And we also have to stay intact with our behavior, So I'm just very glad that we can have a chance to expose this topic to them.
Right. You said a mind is a terrible thing to waste. And all things, your conduct, your speech, your emotions, all of it starts in the mind. Your
Right.
behavior, it's all in the mind.
Right.
It's all in the mind. The mind is soul. The mind is spirit. The mind is will. It's appetite. It's creature. The mind is a terrible thing to waste. And so that's why we are looking forward to Joseph Williams, who is going to do a fantastic job of leading this week. This is week number 4. And again, we're going to begin this on September 15th. Week 1 starts September 15th, and then we'll carry on until October 23rd. And we'll get into our guest speakers during the 4th week. I want to pause once again to take questions from our listeners. Any questions? Doesn't appear that we have any questions right now.
Not any specific questions, just a lot of conversation in the chat box. As you know, Miss CJ wanted us to post a flyer. I believe it's there. Are you all able to see it? It shows on my end that it was successfully sent. You guys are unable to view it in the chat box? And then there was a question about how many youth we were looking to sign up. And of course, just highlighting 12 young men, 12 young ladies, total of 24. However, we are prepared to take more. And then of course, our community resource partners just sharing that they're willing to share with their networks and help us get the word out. And of course, we're appreciative of that. So that's about all that's going on. Thank you. Ms. Tamora is saying she's sharing. Yes, thank you guys so much. Mr. Rodney said he's sharing, and of course, just asked in any other way that we needed support. Ms. Merlene, yep, thank you. Thank you. Gonna rotate that in her network as well with high school principals and parents.
Yes, yes.
Okay, well, that's it. I guess that's in the chat box. So yes, please continue, gentlemen. Thank you.
Yes, we are thrilled about all the sharing because we need maximum exposure. I really believe that this is something that this community needs. And so we need to spread the word. And we do have some structure as far as our numbers, but you know, it's going to be virtual. So it might really turn into a thing of whosoever will, let him come.
Right.
Because we want as many young men and women from the area and beyond the area to live in truth. And that's what we're trying to push here, right?
Yes.
Right. So we considered the 4 weeks, but now let's move into week 5, which is really going to be a phenomenal time where we're going to deal with stacking my dollars, explaining the topic of financial literacy and understanding the need of taking care of your money, because taking care of your money is part of taking care of yourself. And so what are some this session, this 5th week session will be led by my personal friend and coworker, Jade from Young Hustlers. She is a tremendous voice of reason and wisdom when it comes down to money and financial matters. And we're excited because actually Jade just completed a 6-week Teen Mom Summer Camp. And it was absolutely phenomenal. I mean, wasn't it just great?
It was fantastic.
Every day, her team came in here and they just blew it out. I'm talking about an atomic bomb explosion.
Faithfully.
Just phenomenal. You remember the Teen Mom Summer Camp?
Yeah.
Was it incredible?
Yes, it was.
Absolutely. And then at the conclusion of the Teen Mom Camp, we had a graduation outside where there were gifts given, there were activities, there were energized music, just a great time. And so we know that Jade is absolutely unquestionably capable to lead this week, and she's going to deal with money matters. Now, when it comes down to financial literacy, why is this important to push to the generations?
This is very important because as a teen, you're going to start looking towards a job, towards getting more money. And you know, this is a very important thing because there's going to be people trying to get over on you when it comes down to your money. Some people's not going to want to pay you, and you have to know your right amount when it comes down to what you're owed, you know? And I feel like Jade is a perfect guest speaker for this because I've seen her at work. She's very serious. She's very tactical. She knows how to explain it. She knows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. She is very serious,
Yes.
especially about money. And I think she's going to do well with leading that. So
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm just very excited because just talking about this is really exciting. Again, for any new people who just logged on, this is a 6-week program. It's a virtual leadership course, and it's for young men and young ladies. And it starts September the 15th, and it goes until October 23rd. And it's on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Now, I keep saying that, but I fail to say that Tuesdays is geared toward the young men,
Right.
and Thursdays are geared toward the young ladies.
Right.
And in between that, we have case management for the young men on Wednesday, and then we have case management for the young ladies on Friday. So we have a 4-day high-paced week for our young men and our young ladies.
Okay.
Does this not show an enormous investment that True Believers and StayLIT is giving into the life of the community?
Yes, it does.
I mean, does this reflect that we really have a mission and a purpose, and we're plowing ahead
Right.
amid challenges and all?
Right.
I mean, this is going to be great. This is going to be great. And of course, again, it's a virtual, so the platform will be Zoom.
Right.
Now, we talked about week 1, the 7 season leadership. We talked about week 2, fathers and the queens of Egypt. Week 3, doing my part, social justice, restorative justice. Week 4, taking care of me, mental, emotional, behavioral help. The 5th week, stacking my dollars, surrounding financial literacy. Oh, and also college readiness. Let's
Right.
not forget that. That's
Right.
important. College readiness. Jade is also going to talk about how to prepare for college, how to pay for college, and how to survive while you're in college, right?
Right.
Right. So, and you're a young man in high school, and you have college plans.
Right.
So do you find this to be, I mean, would you be very interested in a course to teach you how to prepare, plan, pay, and survive college?
Yes, I will. This is something that I'm going to need. This is something that they're going to need so they can have knowledge of what's coming up to them.
So there you have it. We have a young high school student who is a personal testimony that we need these kind of courses.
Yep.
Because, you know, I wish I had this kind of support
Right.
when I was coming through. And so you're saying that this is something that you find necessary and
Yes.
that you find important.
Very necessary.
Right, exactly. Now, so week 6, we move and we deal with covering career readiness,
Right.
which helps to explain the qualities of your different career options. And that's going to be led by Kiara, who is the head of the Keys to Careers, right?
Yep.
And so what do you think about that? Now, we have Jade, who's going to be telling us about college readiness, but Kiara is going to tell us what to do. See, because what I know about employers is they are happy that you have the theory.
Right.
You have the theory, but they want to know whether or not you have the application of that theory.
Right.
And so do you find it necessary that even before you get through college, you might start learning what employers are looking for as you pursue your career goals?
Right. Yes, it's very important because you're going to start looking for jobs. You're going to start discovering what you really want to do in life and what you want to have as a career. So that is a very important thing to stress upon our teens.
Yes, absolutely. This is going to be remarkable. I mean, we just went through the 6 weeks that we're going to be rolling out.
Right.
And I'm excited. Are you excited?
I'm very excited.
Yeah, very excited, right? Dr. Carroll would like to have some remarks.
And it's more so just observations. Again, I just want to just highlight Jawad being a part of this whole planning process. And it's because of young adults like himself that we're able to really shape and design a curriculum around what young people feel that they need in order to be successful. And so I kind of want to just highlight those stats, even around the teen mom support summer camp that we just wrapped up. And I want to highlight that because of the case management piece that we couple with the curriculum. And it's because of that case management piece that we're able to do that one-on-one check-in with young adults to see if their bare essentials are being taken care of, right? So I really want to emphasize that that's really the foundation that's added to that educational piece that we share with the young people. So their case managers really become mentors. They really become coaches. They really become life advisors and help them do personal goal setting and really walk them through this adulting piece that they're being introduced to. So I really want to highlight and emphasize that we couple these sessions with case management services. And just as I said, the Teen Mom Support Summer Camp that was extremely successful, as a result of that case management, we were able to do mental health referrals. We were able to put young adults on jobs, connect them directly with recruiters. So we were able to do job placement services. We did resume critiques and actually help polish resumes. We did homeless shelter placement referrals, right? We had some young mothers who were actually homeless, 3 specifically. And again, if we had not rolled out our camp, you know, would they had still been in their current situation? Perhaps, but we were able to get them from that homeless state and actually connect them with housing services. We did medical referrals. We did domestic violence referrals. And so I really want to highlight and emphasize our case management piece that's coupled with the programming really allows the young people to be strengthened, to be encouraged, to learn how to advocate for themselves, and just again, to learn how to really embrace this adulting. Because these young moms, they had already felt hopeless. They already felt overwhelmed. And our coaches, we already gave a shout out to Jade and to Carly, but our coaches really helped them bounce back from their current situations. And then we were able to link them with those resources and services that would help them get to the next level, you know, in a stable environment, in a stable condition. So I really want to highlight that we will be having the same case management services again with the leadership program, and we're prepared. We're well equipped because we have community resource partners such as yourselves that have linked up with us. And so we're ready to identify whatever the needs are and to make sure that our young people are focused on getting through school, but at least getting through life in addition to that. So we're prepared for that. And please, gentlemen, you know, we appreciate you all, of course, sitting down and designing and finding these topics and these themes for our young adults to focus on, because they said these are the things that they want to know. They want to know about managing their money or stacking their dollars. They want to know about becoming leaders and getting actively engaged in the community, this restorative justice piece, the social injustices that are going on. We have a number of young people who've reached out wanting to be actively involved with the protesting and really getting a message of equity, but they want to learn how to do it in a way that is not perceived as being violent or disruptive. And we could appreciate that. And so we're going to sit them down and we're going to teach them what we believe will be an effective way of getting a very important message out from young people, so that the message won't get lost in the passion, or you know, so that the message won't get lost in your method of sharing your concerns. And so we're excited about that. I believe I'm just going to yield the floor now to the gentleman here in charge. And again, they're in charge of the young men's group, and we do have some young ladies who will be in charge of the girls group. And we're just excited. We're just super excited. And thank you all again for your continued support. And are there any specific questions that I can answer for you in terms of the program that's coming up? We have the registration link in the chat room as well. And, you know, again, we're just looking to take on as many young people as we can to help coach them through life. Any questions for me?
Yes. Hi, Dr. Carol. How are you?
I'm well. How are you, CJ?
Wonderful. So my question is, what are the ages of the young men and women? And then too, because I got kicked off and it took me a minute to come back on. So I got the first, I got 4 of the 6 weeks. I didn't get after father mentorship, and I didn't get the 2 before father mentorship and after, and then financial readiness, college readiness. I missed those 2 in between.
Okay, and so we have week 1. Let me just go. Week 1, the 7 C's of leadership.
Mm-hmm.
Week 2, fatherhood and queening.
Queening, okay.
Queening. So we got those queens of Egypt is going to be the foundation for week 2 for the girls. So it's fatherhood and queening. And then week 3, gentlemen, remind me, what's week 3?
Doing my part.
Doing my part,
or is it, okay, so your worth is week 2 with the fatherhood and queening focus.
Yes.
Week 3 is doing my part, which is the restorative and social justice piece.
Yes.
Week 4 is financial literacy. No, what's week 4?
No, mental, emotional, and behavioral health.
Mental, behavioral, and emotional health.
Thank you.
Taking care of myself is week 4. Week 3 is the financial literacy piece, which is stacking my dollars / college bound.
Week 5 is stacking my dollars.
Okay, so I got my numbers off, but my topic's right?
Yeah.
Okay, and then the final week, which is week 6, is the career readiness and of course the job preparation piece where we do the resume writing, interview skills.
Yes.
Making sure that they're polished for those initial interviews.
Perfect. Thank you. And the ages of the young men and women. Thank you.
Yes. So we focus on high school age, primarily that 16 to 19-year-old age group. And recently, we've actually been getting requests more so for younger, like that middle school age, and even younger than that. So we're being challenged right now in terms of trying to reach a younger population with the curriculum that we're rolling out. So we're going to see how quickly we can have this curriculum prepared for as young as even 5-year-olds. What can we do to prepare even that younger age group for leadership? And, you know, knowing who they are in terms of legacy and, you know, what little tips and skills we can share with them regarding financial literacy. So we're being stretched as an organization, but our main population is typically that high school age. But these last several weeks, we've had calls and interest for even younger, as young as 5 years old. So do we want to turn them away? Absolutely not. You know, but again, it's really on us to try and prepare something for their, you know, for their age group where they can really receive the content that we want to give them. So yeah, that's a tough question in terms of, you know, will we be ready? We're trying. We had that meeting this morning in terms of preparing something for the younger generations. But high school, we ready for them. We ready for them.
Okay. Okay, and can I give a suggestion for the primary and secondary grades?
Yes.
Junior achievement. Junior achievement.
Okay.
I spent many a year when I was affiliated with the Beasley Child Parent Center, actually facilitating and teaching the preschoolers and the kindergartners about junior achievement. And I know they have curriculum. I haven't worked with them in years now, but I do recall them having like the 4 areas about my community, the whole social justice piece, about stacking your dollars, about knowing about money, teaching them how to open up a bank account at that age. And I remember at the time being partnered with PNC because they used to give out those piggy banks that have like the different denominations of coins. And I'll just, put that out there because, like I said, I haven't worked with them in quite a few years. My youngest is now 16, so thank you.
No, thank you for bringing that up. And we know there are some curriculum, and some content that's out there. And typically that's what we do. We research what's out there, and we kind of, see what worked, what didn't work well with those agencies and organizations. And then I got to tell you, Ms. CJ, a lot of it has to do with the relationship and the rapport that you build with the young people. Because we went through a season where we did pull from some things that were already out there. And for whatever reason, the kids just do not connect, with like some regimented scripted curriculum. It's almost like you got to adjust it for real life and make it relevant. Because like you say, it's a lot of resources out there, but I just got to say, our baby's not feeling a lot of that stuff that's out there. We really, and this is what's so powerful about the team that we have in place. They're so creative and innovative. All they got to know is the topic and the thing, and they will design that thing just like that. And again, we're blessed as an organization that we have those individuals that can produce in terms of think tanks and can design and create some curriculum that is not scripted at all. That Teen Mom Support Summer Camp, all just from, and they absolutely loved it. We talking about apartment hunting. Come on, we had a class on apartment hunting. Where is that? Car hunting. You get what I'm saying? So it's that kind of thing that our team, we're just so blessed to have individuals that can come up with those kinds of sessions, given a question, a Q&A session from the young adults on what you want to learn. So when they told us they wanted to learn about finding apartments and finding cars, boom, we designed the curriculum because that's what they said they wanted to know. So that's the tricky piece when we pull that content off the shelf. Is it really what they want to know? It might be the topic, but how do we make it relevant for their current situation is the challenge that what I call those curriculum designers, that's the challenge that we have to face. How do we make it relevant and real for these babies? Wonderful though, I love it. So any other questions? I don't know
we missed one very important piece, and that is for week 4 with regard to taking care of me. We also have a guest speaker that week as well, Mr. Dr. Joseph Williford, who is going to lead physical exercise. That's the week where you put on your jogging pants, your gym shorts, your Nikes, what is it, Jordan or whatever. I'm not skilled in that area, but that's the week where you put on your physical attire and get ready to get physical with us and move. Dr. Williford is going to lead us in a series of physical exercises, and then he's going to give us some cool down exercises, because that is a very large way to regulate your mental, emotional capacities, and that's what we're trying to reach for. Now, you into that stuff. See, sports is not my area, but how important is sports and getting physical to the life of young people?
I think it's a proven fact that if you take care of your body, then you can also think clearly. You can behave in a more efficient manner, you know? So if you take care of your body, then I feel like the rest will come with it.
Yeah, take care of your body will take care of you, right?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I told you it's all here. It's something, it's something neurological about a good workout.
Right.
I cannot explain to you the power I feel over my day when I wake up in the morning and take a jog at 6 a.m. And do some exercises and stuff.
Right.
Versus the days where I just kind of roll out of bed, head to the shower, jump into my clothes and speed to the office.
Right.
No, I mean the power of controlling your day when you start out opening up your muscles and even if you don't do it, most millionaires get a good workout early in the morning, but even if you don't do it early in the morning, but at least several times a week.
Right.
a good workout. And so that's why we channeled Dr. Williford here to Brother Joseph is going to give us some physical working out. And we are excited about that. Now, again, this is going to be a 6-week virtual leadership course for young men and young ladies that starts September the 15th, and it runs until October 23rd. Tuesdays, we're addressing the young men. Wednesday, we're case managing for the young men. Thursday, we're addressing the young ladies. Friday, we're case managing for the young ladies. And let me also not forget, we have a wonderful co-lead who's not with us today, but Kay Thompson. She's going to be running the young ladies portion, and we're even excited to hear what she has to say to the young men as well, because we need to hear those voices on both sides. Yeah. Because we're building community here, right? Yep. Right. And so we are excited about Kay. She is a brilliant young lady who is doing a tremendous job with putting together the, this technology stuff is not my strong suit. Yeah. And so we're happy to have Kay on board with that. And we're looking forward to that. And so Thursday and Friday are the young ladies. And this will run from September 15th to the 23rd. So that's 6 weeks. And we are looking forward to that. Now, somebody might ask, what is the registration cutoff date? The registration cutoff date, we have specified it for September the 14th. But again, we want to take the limits off, right? Yeah. We want to reach as many, and it's a whosoever will, let him come. And so, hey, if you're still coming even after the 14th, we'll see what we can do to accommodate. Right. We are thrilled about this. Once again, we invite you to join the StayLIT movement, and you can do that by contacting us at 773-966-5651 or the StayLIT. Somebody might be calling now. or the StayLIT email, which is StayLIT@gmail.com. We're located 459 West. We're located 459 West 79th Street in Chicago. Now, that's right on the corner of 79th and Normal. And we are thrilled about it. Brother Jawad, any closing remarks or comments? He has been a tremendous assistant with moving this thing. I am impressed with the enormity of thought that Brother Jawad has. Any closing remarks?
I'm very excited for the teens to learn these type of things and what they will do after this program is over. And I'm just very excited.
We are excited, and we are right at the 12:45 hour moment, and we don't want to extend the time. We want you to get back to your place of employment or whatever you have to do in your day. So if there are not any other questions or comments or concerns, we thank you for joining us today and listening to our rollout of our virtual leadership course that's upcoming, that we are, as Brother Jawad said, very excited about. Any closing comments, questions, or concerns, or anything that we might be able to address? Because we certainly don't want to belabor the hour. We are right at our 45-minute period. Well, if not, you know how to reach us. We've given you our contact information, and as you can see, our phones work very well. Yep. All right, we'll look forward to hearing from you in the coming days. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you, everybody. Again, we really appreciate it. Let us know if you have any questions in the future. Otherwise, be safe, be well.
Thank you. Take care.
Bye-bye.